Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a makeup tutorial, which I know I've got so many, well, I've not got so many of these on my channel, but I have got a few, and my makeup hasn't really changed much, but I've been getting so many questions over on Instagram to film a makeup tutorial, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to basically take you through what I do on a normal day-to-day basis. The makeup look you see over on my Instagram is going to be included in this video. I'm going to have to tie my hair back slightly so I don't get the front bits covered in makeup. I do actually start off with carving my eyebrows out. I did go through a stage I'd start with foundation first, but then I realised even though it's quicker, I do prefer it when I do my eye makeup first. So the concealer I'm going to use is the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the one I've used for ages. And I just put a little bit underneath my eyebrows and I just shape my eyebrows out with that. And I just use a flat brush. I plucked my eyebrows yesterday because I didn't like how thick the tail of the eyebrow was, so I've made it a bit smaller, which I find this eyebrow easier to carve out than that one. I don't know why, because this is the one that I usually hate doing. That is literally it. Like, I just go underneath my eyebrow. As you can see, that I do keep the same natural shape of my eyebrow. I don't change it or anything, but with all this concealer I just blend it out all over my eyelids so I can use it as a base for my eyeshadow. So I literally just move the product until I'm happy with how it's blended out. Well, I don't fully know everything about makeup, but I just do what I find works for me. And just to make sure all that's blended out, I just use the foundation brush that I will be using for foundation just to buff it all out. The eyebrows aren't identical, but they're sisters, they're not twins. I always use that quote. I just feel like that was the quote everyone used to use back in the day. YouTubers used to use that, they'd just say, my eyebrows are sisters, not twins. That's what they are. I am actually blessed with a lot of eyebrow hair, which I actually did grow them out because I plucked them all out when I was younger. If I find a picture, I'll insert a picture of what my eyebrows used to look like. So there is a big change between how they used to be and how they are now. And I just set that concealer with the MUA Pro Base Full Coverage Matte Pressed Powder. Just pat that all over my eyelids and it just sets that concealer. That brush, by the way, was a Thin Lizzy powder brush. I feel like I've mentioned in so many videos that's my favourite powder brush. For eyeshadow, I don't actually use eyeshadow, I use this bronzer. It's the Revolution Mega Bronzer in 02 Warm, and I just use a little Real Techniques angled shadow brush. And I actually start off my eyeshadow by pretending I'm contouring my nose, and I just take it into that shape underneath my eyebrow bone. I just, where my nose goes there, can you see what I mean? I just take it there because I feel like it gives more definition to my eyes. Found the way to make sure I know I've got it in the right place is to just drag it down my nose a bit, and then I just take it all across just above my crease and I just drag it out this way. I just feel like it gives that cat eye effect look, and I feel like it suits my eyes more because my eyes aren't small, they are actually quite big, but too much eyeshadow makes my eyes look so closed in. This brightens my eyes and it actually lifts my face. That's what the makeup look I go for, anything that lifts my face, and this eyeshadow actually works. So I just keep blending that out and dragging it out. I don't really explore with makeup anymore, I just stick to what suits my face. And every 6 months I find a new makeup look and then I stick with that for 6 months. Just go over it again with the same bronzer just to make it a bit darker and make sure it looks more defined. Off with not much product and then I keep going until I'm happy with it. I feel like that's the easiest way to blend it out for me. Then I take this small fluffy but flat type of brush. It's a Studio one, and I go in again with the powder that I used to set, and I just take that all over my lid and just blend it underneath my crease, so it gives a cut out crease effect, but not that you've cut it out, it's not as harsh. And I make sure I brighten all my inner corner with this, because this actually makes the makeup look more defined. Look at that eye compared to that one just looks a bit more defined. Then next I'm going to do my eyeliner, but I'm going to do it off camera, but I'll just tell you what I do. I used a little angled brush, and I used brown eyeshadow, and I just draw a wing on. That is how I do my eyeliner. It's literally just brown eyeshadow. I feel like it's a more natural way. I don't like anything too harsh. Not best at eyeliner, that's why I've done it off camera. But my biggest tip is use a little flat brush and just carve it out underneath, and I feel like that's the best way to do it. But that is literally it for like eyeshadow and stuff. So I'm going to move on to skin now and then finish my eyes off at the end. For foundation, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless foundation in 220 Natural Beige, which if you've used this foundation, you know it's not matte. It's not glowy, but it's not matte. Put a normal amount onto this Real Techniques buffing brush, and I just basically just buff it into my skin. I try not to put too much foundation on, because I feel like if the actual base is too heavy, everything else goes on awful. Like it just all sits on top of each other and doesn't like blend in together. And I make sure I take this down my neck. By the way, I forgot to mention the start of this video, please ignore how dark my hands are. Like, I know it's ridiculous. Like, look, I did mention it in another video that's probably already gone up by now, but it just completely went wrong when I did my tan. I think it's because my tanning mitt was broken and it just all soaked through. I do spend about 5 minutes, just buffing this all in, because I feel like if I get my foundation flawless, then everything else blends in so much nicer. Then for concealer, I'm sticking with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is in shade 5, by the way, and I just stick a bit in the inner corner of my eye and then drag it out to lift my face. And I've just done the same on the other side, and I actually leave that to just sit for a bit whilst I contour my face. I feel like if I leave it like that, then it does end up blending so much better and staying in the certain areas that I want it to stay in. So for cream contour, I use the MUA Pro Base foundation stick. I always find foundation sticks work so much nicer. I'm just using the same angled brush I did with my eyeshadow to just contour my nose with. And I basically just do 2 lines here and just blend them in. And then take them underneath my nose and do a little like line there. I'm so bad at explaining how to contour my nose, because I feel like everyone contours their nose differently, because everyone's got a different shaped nose. You just work out what works for you. That is literally it for my nose. Like, that's all I do. These are the positions I stick my cream contour in. I feel like if I stick them higher up and not identical underneath my cheekbones, it lifts my face, and that's the look that I go for. And then I'm just using this angled buffing brush from Studio to just blend that out, and I just blend it upwards. And I just keep blending it until it looks like it's blended out seamlessly. I just move the brush upwards to make sure I'm still getting that lifting effect. Do you know what I mean? It does just, like, I am pulling now, but it does just like lift my face. Like, I feel like, look at that compared to that. I feel like that looks so much better than how I used to do my cream contour. And now I've let that concealer sit, I'm just going to take this Studio Flat foundation brush and just blend that in. And I just tap it and just move it closer to my nose to just follow that line I've drawn to carve my nose out. And I just feel like this proper snatches my nose, and then I just blend that all under my eyes to get rid of them dark circles, and then just following the line that I've put the concealer in, just blend that out. I feel like I'm not the best at explaining, but like, you can see what I'm doing, and I feel like it is just blending. Like, I feel like to get your makeup to look flawless, you do just have to keep blending. Once I've finished doing my makeup, I do just want to ask the question of, you'll know by the end when I finish, does this makeup age me? Because I don't want it to. I don't want it to age me and make me look really old. Like, I want it to look 19. So I feel like if it ages me when I'm 19, then I'm gonna look really old. and that is not the vibe that I'm going for. I do try and stay a bit more natural now, even though I have got quite a lot of product on. I do just like try and blend it out so it's a bit more natural. And then I just go over all of that product with the same foundation brush that I've used, and this just makes sure it's all blended nicely and there's no harsh lines. So I just keep blending until I feel like it looks alright. Now that's my base finished, I'm just going to move on to powders. I'm using the same powder I used in the beginning with the Thin Lizzy powder brush, and I just take that everywhere I put concealer, so under my eyes. Then I also do take some underneath that contour. So I just like do that like duck face and just get right underneath my cheekbone. And then I just blend it out on my chin and on my top lip, and I do just put it above my eyebrows because that's where I get oily. I use this Real Techniques blush brush with the same Revolution bronzer and just take that everywhere between contour. And again, I just blend this upwards. And I do actually also blend it on my jawline, but it don't really do anything, but it just makes sure my neck and my my neck and my face is blended in nicely together. Moving on to blusher, I use the MUA blush in Rose Tea. Yeah, Rose Tea. And I just use another studio brush just to put this on. I use actually quite a lot. And I put it just above the bronzer and just blend them in together. And I also put quite a lot on my chin. I just quite like what it looks like on my chin. And I also put some on my nose as well. I don't know why, but I just feel like it gives like that sunburn look. I feel like blusher does make you look a bit more natural, and then I also do put some on my forehead. So I do go overboard with blusher, but I just like how it looks. And then for highlighter, I still use the Doll Beauty highlighter in Shine Bright. I'm guessing that's the shade. And I use a Real Techniques little brush. And I put it on my cheekbones. And also I do my nose because I just feel like I like my nose highlighted. Some people have gone off the highlighter hype, but I still really like it. And I also put it on my forehead, above my lip and on my chin. I just don't feel like I'll ever get out of the highlighter hype. It just suits my face so much better than when I don't do it. I'm getting backaches like that, so I'm gonna have to crouch a bit just for a second. I'm gonna fill my eyebrows in with the Benefit Browsings powder, and I just use the little brush that comes with it, and I just basically just add a bit more colour to my eyebrows. I don't really fill them in, I just basically darken them, and if there's any gaps I just fill them in. Then I just use this spoolie to just brush up my hairs because I like the hairs when they're brushed up. But as you can see, I don't really do much to my eyebrows. I just quite like them a bit more natural. I just put a bit more colour into them. Now that's my base done, I'm going to move on to finish my eyes. I'm going to use this black pencil, eyeliner pencil. This one's from Primark, and I just put this all on my tight line, I think that's called, on my top lash line. And I also take it into like the inner corner. As you can tell, it does make my eyes absolutely water, so I have to sit here just going like this, just fanning my eyes, just so my eyes don't run. But I just feel like that makes my eyes look a bit more defined. So I'm going to move on to, I do just use any random mascara. This one's just a Boots one, and I just make sure my eyelashes are actually black, but I focus it more in the inner corner because I stick on half lashes, so I want my inner corner lashes to look a bit longer than the rest. Like the rest I just want black, so then they blend in with the eyelashes that I'm going to stick on. For eyelashes, I use the Doll Beauty Doll Lash eyelashes. These are in the shade Jasmine. These are in the style Jasmine, but as you can see, I've just cut them down into half lashes. Now that's just the end of the lashes. I am actually sorry if the camera angle and the lighting is changed. My camera did actually cut off in the middle of doing the rest of my makeup, but I just thought I'd tell you what I've literally just done. I've lined my waterline, and for lips I've used the Rimmel lipstick in 03 as a base, and then I put Vaseline over the top to make it a bit more glossy. But that is actually my makeup look finished. So I am going to end this video here. I was just wondering if you wanted any more like makeup videos or anything, or any other videos. Please just let me know some video suggestions either in the comments or DM me on Instagram. And I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.